Hello everyone, I know it's been a while since I've dug out this camera and did a video of one of my games. I guess too long, almost what, two and a half years now? And for those of you that have stuck around and waited for me to come back, you guys are great, I appreciate it. And for those of you that are relatively new, I guess welcome. And what I got here for you is Exidy's Clowns. So let's have a look. So this game here came out in 1977. I think it's fairly safe to assume that it got its roots from Atari Breakout, which came out a year earlier. Kind of the same idea. You're knocking your in this case guy up and trying to break out the objects on the top. It does play different than Breakout. We'll say it's Breakout with gravity. It's not less about the angles. I'll go over the cab a little bit. This is the marquee. These letters here are actually three-dimensional. They come out a bit. They're like partial spears, the balloons. I think they're supposed to be blinking. Mine aren't. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, it kind of bugs me. I may try to fix it. Who knows? That was the marquee. Here's the bezel. Circus look to it, and the thing that I find strange about it is if you look at all the clowns, everyone on here just seems kind of sad and depressed to be working here. Even the penguins down here seem like they're just not into it. But well, I guess the working conditions here aren't the greatest. The life expectancy of these clowns cannot be that long. So maybe that's part of it. So, there's a control panel. I'm a little rusty at this, guys. You have your spinner, one player, two player, and then the instructions here. I guess I'll go over the instructions when I'm playing it. Just the coin door down here is all black. Side art. This is probably the worst of the side, but it's the easiest one to get a video of. Is just balloons going up in the air. Or in the air. Red and white. Fairly simple, but looks good. And should I go into the back now or later? This one has a switcher in it. Well, I think I'll go into that a little bit later. Maybe we'll just start the gameplay part of this video. Alright, let me put this on the tripod and I will talk to you guys soon. Alright, I got you set up. And yeah, I just wanted to say a couple more things. Tell you what was on that control panel that I said I'd mention. It has basic play instructions. It says bounce man from board and pop balloons for points. And then it tells you the points of everything. So you get 10 points per bounce. You'll get 20 points for each yellow balloon you pop. You'll get 200 points if you pop the whole row of yellow. 50 points for a green balloon. 500 points for the green row. And if you pop a blue balloon, that'll be 100 points. And the whole row you get 1,000 points, plus you get an extra jump. And I'd love to tell you what happens if you pop the blue row twice, if they give you 2 free jumps, or if it's just a single one. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I've come really close. Kind of frustrating, really. But yeah, if I ever find out, I'll tell you guys, or if you know, let me know, because I'm interested. And let's see. The other thing I want to mention before I start, because I can't do it. I've tried this. I've tried to record this a few times now, and talking while playing, I just do terrible. And that is just to tell you about. It kind of feels like a cheap death. Maybe it'll come up in the game I play. But sometimes your guy will be coming down in this corner when your seesaw is already down like that, and there's no way to get your seesaw under here that pops him back up. So you just got to watch him die, and that's not fun. It's part of the game though. You got to play with it. I've played Midway Clowns, which is basically the same game, but there are a little bit of differences. And one of them, it seems to be that doesn't happen. I don't know if these things are longer or what, but it always seems to catch on these platforms, and they bounce off, and you get to be able to put it under there. So I guess just be aware of that. I'll start a game Anything else I can say? Nope. The instructions here are basically what I just told you, points. And then the only thing I hadn't said was you can have it set up so you can get a free game if you reach a certain score. And the certain score can be, it's totally random. You don't know what you'll get when you put your quarter in. I've seen it as low as 4,000. I've seen it as high as 10,000. So, yeah, maybe you'll get lucky and get a nice easy one and get a free game. Oh. Alright, start up. The guy's going to come off one of these platforms and kick him back up. I turned the sound down just so you can hear me. If you start getting a lot of balloons, that sound gets kind of loud anyway, but I wanted to be able to hear me. But the sound's really good. A lot of the 70s sound, they do a good job on. It's like, for instance, when your guy hits the seesaw, like here, there's actually two tones. One where it hits, and the spring sound where it pops up. Hopefully this is coming through on the video camera. And yeah, I like it. A little frustrating to adjust those sounds. Each sound effect has its own volume control. We're doing all right. This is probably Exidy's most famous game of the 70s. They were kind of a small company. But yeah, this sold a lot, and you'll see a lot of, like I say, Midway Clowns made its own version, licensed version. You see it on a lot of the home consoles, Circus Atari and P.T. Barnum, I think it was on Magnavox, and a lot of the computers had it too. Oh, I didn't say anything about the colors up here. It's a black and white game, obviously, and you just have the cellophane, the colored tape going across that gives it colors. And yeah, I guess I'm pretty happy with this game. Let's see if I can concentrate a little bit. Forgive me. Oh, it was the first game to... Well, that was close. It was the first game to have music that I know of. That music right there. I've seen it documented that too, but no one said it's certain for sure. Alright, last guy. I'm going to stop talking and just play. Because I want to do better. I feel like I should be saying something. Bonus 200. Is that my first row? What was it 6,000? Maybe I can do that. Gets going pretty quickly. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. It does get going pretty quickly if you didn't see me dying all the time. But yeah, that's Clowns. It's definitely one I wanted to add to my collection. I like the cabinet, and I just like the gameplay. And you don't see it too much. Alright, like I said, I'll go back into the back of the cabinet next, and I'll show you that. So here we are in the back of the game. I don't know how exciting this is going to be, but in case you want to know what's in here, there's the 19-inch black and white monitor. It's a Motorola M5000. And there's the back with the lights there. That's not blinking. This game was supposed to have the 5 volts be supplied by the monitor, because these old black and white monitors, a lot of them can do that. But this isn't that way anymore. Someone put a switcher on it, so that's supplying the 5 volts. But that's what these wires are that are hanging out. That's where the 5 volts used to come in, or yeah, used to be from. Like I said, there's the 5 volt switcher down there that got placed in there. There's the old regulator that regulated the 5 volts that came from the monitor. At least I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Yeah, it has to be. And this transformer right here is what's supplying the power to the lights, which, I don't know, supposedly in the manual there's 2 transformers. One that does lights and one that does the audio power. I only have one, so maybe that's why they're not flashing. Like I said, that kind of bugs me a little bit. But yeah, the lights are getting the 6 volts coming off it, AC, and then you have 25 volts going into the board to power the audio section of the PCB, and that's still being supplied by that. I'm wondering if maybe I could take the 12 volts off the switcher and somehow route it in there, but it's working, so I haven't messed with it. And there's the PCB speaker over there, and I guess that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. I'm not sure what I'll do next, but I do want to do another video. Maybe Space Encounter, Blockade. I'll figure it out. I know I promised you guys Drag Race way back when. Anyway, keep watching and you'll find out. Talk to you later. Before I go, look at all those pots for the sound. That's for each sound, the music, the 2 for the bounce, the pop, the explosion, and the miss. You all have to adjust those. You don't know which way's up and which way's volume up or which way's down. Yeah, that's a pain. It took me like half an hour to get the sound where I liked it when I first got the game. But alright, now that's it. Talk to you guys later.